So without further ado, I'll hand over the floor to Melvin. Melvin, please.
Thank you. So I will share my screen right now. Right, I hope everyone can see. So let me know if anyone couldn't see the materials that I just flashed out. So thank you, Michael, for the introduction, and hello to everyone wherever you might be. I'm Melvin from Frost & Sullivan, and I hope that you remain safe and healthy. So thank you for joining us today, and I will start the webinar with a quick introduction on key themes and messages, which is remodeling FM with technologies and other transformation trends. All right. So now we have already felt the effect of COVID-19. So markets are severely impacted, and it can be positive like healthcare or negative like tourism and airlines business. And of course, there are businesses that are forced to undergo change like education and energy. The healthcare segment was perhaps the busiest market in the past few months, from hospital operations to healthcare supplies and even FM services in hospitals. We use hand sanitizers more than ever before, and this leads to demand for chemical manufacturing. The not so good news is that the buildings industry is generally slowing down. So, but the good news for buildings industry lies on building services, and that's what we call facility management. So in the midst of all this chaos, there are specific trends and opportunities that market players and investors can focus on. And we will see this in the next few slides. So the overall FM companies face two types of challenges in the midst of this COVID-19, internal and external. So external challenges would include FM customers, such as closure of facilities and contract deferment. Internal challenges would include internal HR and finance. So contract clauses may be revised to allow flexible cost structure and payment from customers. Now, there are four broad approaches, or I would say focus, for FM companies to look at. Now, these are workforce, finance, innovation, and regulations. So in the long run, FM companies would need to leverage new technologies to create more efficient FM propositions. Now, with that, new business models may become necessary. The underlying impact for FM companies is really to communicate and work closely with customers, vendors, and also partners. And another impact would be business innovation, with all business model innovation. So FM companies will need to operate with futuristic models that are resilient to emergencies, and also reprioritize customers and services to stay relevant and profitable. So in a nutshell, the FM market will be disrupted, and in fact, it is already disrupted. So FM customers or building owners will never be the same when it comes to operational safety and hygiene. Now, very specific services are now required, like cleaning and people management, or what we call crowd analytics. Well, that is where new business models and advanced technologies kick in. Now, these two concepts are not new. COVID-19 just accelerated them for the FM industry. Now, we at Frost & Sullivan tracks the FM market very closely and frequently. Our new reforecast has shown a very likely revenue decline in 2020 by 5.2% on average at global level. And it is not until 2022 that the FM market will bounce back to its pre-COVID growth rate. But the overall lost revenue from 2020 to 2025 would likely to be around $237.6 billion. Now, a very quick look at how Asia Pacific FM markets will end up in 2020. Now we can expect overall performance on the FM market to register negative growth by the end of the year in this region. More mature and advanced FM markets are very likely to decline in growth. In fact, it is more severe, like Japan, Korea, Singapore, and even Malaysia. Now, these markets are actually mature FM markets with a relatively higher FM outsourcing rate compared to other countries. Australia and New Zealand will also see some continuous FM demand from the remote sectors, such as mining and agriculture. For the rest, like emerging economies with developing FM businesses, generally they will see a smaller decline in growth due to its lower FM outsource rate at the first place. Now, so much was said about trends and opportunities. Now, we have grouped these into broad themes under 3 phases for FM companies. Respond for short term, reset for medium term, and rebound for the long term. And this sets the framework for remodeling FM. You start to remodel your FM business with strategies under respond, reset, and rebound. Now, of course, under each of these phases, there are specific trends and growth opportunities. As you can see here, we will go through them very quickly in the next few slides. This framework in remodeling FM should give you broad ideas on how to evaluate or where to evaluate new areas of growth, prioritize them, implement, and also monitor them. Now, if you analyze carefully each of these trends here, digital transformation plays a very important role. Digital tools will be more needed to support remote operations, engagement with customers, and also to support new value propositions. Now, to keep this concise, I will just quickly go through these areas that are highlighted here. Now, we are seeing more than ever before the emphasis on workplace safety, hygiene, and the overall safety in facilities or buildings. Technology will be used to support safety in the working environment, and there will be rapid growth, as you can see right now everywhere you go, for track and trace under crowd analytics. Also, there is workspace management being taken place, and also indoor navigation applications. So FM companies also need to reprioritize services and customer focus, such as healthcare and also public infrastructure. Now, we know cleaning and security are key services, and they will be very competitive. It will be only differentiated with the use of advanced technologies. Now, for M&E switch on as a value add, FM customers will see more value when AI-powered remote diagnostics and predictive analysis are used. So please note that business continuity planning has been a key element of FM value propositions and collaboration with customers. Now, this is definitely needing more careful design in service KPIs and also in the deployment of analytics in the future. So even before COVID-19, FM services have already focused on delivering more sustainable outcomes. So environmental and energy management services have been among the fastest growing sub-segments of the FM market for the past 5 years. And it will remain so during and after the pandemic. So sustainability team services must continue to be emphasized. But what happens to be apparent for both building owners and occupants would have been healthy and safe buildings. While this means that FM providers may further develop solutions for even indoor air quality monitoring that includes benchmarking and continuous real-time analysis. So such trend will call for robotic applications and even drones to perform certain duties like cleaning and monitoring work. And this calls for hygiene as a service models. So these models will usually be outcome-based as compared to traditional SLAs. Now, and we all know the need to reduce or remove human intervention in processes. AI and machine learning will keep people connected and working together in augmented operations. Now, the real value from augmented operations will be dependent on actionable insights from data generated in buildings. Now, as much as we are all social creatures, we want to minimize human contact when we are at public spaces at this time. So contactless services in FM would mean the use of tools that support various services in a contactless basis or mode, such as cleaning, monitoring, maintenance, parking payment, and so on. Now, we all have heard a bit about also the future of work. In one way or another. So, and I would like to reiterate that workplace change management will be an important service. In many ways, FM companies can offer specific solutions in workplace design and also innovate services that are suitable for co-working and flexible workspace. Now, for the longest time, we have known that energy management is an important proposition. And I'm going to say that it will continue to stay and remain important. Now, energy management will continue to require talent or manpower and also technologies for success in the FM business. Now, the key transformation lies definitely on the business models for energy management services. Now, so besides outcome-based and performance contracts, energy as a service model is also another option. Now, data analytics has been advocated for years in the FM industry, and it will continue to be the backbone for FM transformation. And we all know that many FM companies are continuously trying to strengthen FM hard services. Now, this segment or what we call hard FM or FM hard services will grow faster than soft services. And the success will be influenced by technical ability and also self-delivery models. So within hard services itself, the focus will continue to be on the use and development of IoT applications, cloud services, connectivity, predictive diagnostics, and also remote maintenance. And specifically, the focus on HVAC or HVAC efficiency will be more important, especially for indoor air safety purposes. And definitely last but not least, FM companies should really start looking into service change or service integration. The first step is really to invest in self-delivery and iFAME, because this is a capability that customers are looking for in the long run. Now, the cost of acquiring self-delivery capability can be high, and we all know that. But the margins will definitely grow if it's done correctly over a certain period of time. So one possible way to enhance self-delivery model is to invest on technologies in robotics or some innovation that drives remote maintenance. So finally, the conclusion is that change is definitely necessary for in the FM industry. So apart from our presentation here, you will understand the importance of digital applications and new business models from the rest of the speakers later on in this webinar. And as a conclusion, to be successful FM player of the future, services that focus on total cost of ownership and building efficiency will definitely be necessary. And when we improve building efficiency, it is not just about energy management or cost management, but we look at ways to improve operational health and safety. The entire remodeling of facility management will need new technologies and business model innovations. So please remember that technology and new business models come hand in hand. So in doing so, we will expect more partnerships, collaborations, and co-creation, and also M&As to continue among FM players. within the entire industry ecosystem and also technology companies. So I would like to thank you for your time and patience with me. Feel free to drop in questions and please continue to stay on. I'm very sure you'll get more insights from the remaining speakers ahead. So thank you so much and have a nice weekend.